Can you see me now? Looks like you can see me. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's just a couple minutes behind. I was confusing myself. Okay, well, let's get started then. For those of you who know me, um, good to see you. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Eric Anderson. I am a junior, almost done with being a junior at Whitworth University over in Spokane, Washington. I study theology and philosophy, and not too long ago, I came through Chapel Hill as a middle schooler and a high schooler, and then I've been back the last couple summers doing youth ministry and helping with a church plant. So this summer, though, I'm really excited because I'm actually going to be a full-time high school intern, and Ryan has entrusted me with pretty much most, if not all, of the program. So I'll be helping run Sunday nights and helping other put on other events throughout the week, and I'm just like super excited to get to hang out with you guys. And yes, Squad Quest will be happening in some shape or form. Tonight, we're not going to do like a full on message, and probably we'll talk about later in announcements what it's going to look like over the summer and as quarantine continues on. But I will play a couple games with you guys. So let's start with some games, and then we'll get into all the announcements because I know that if I start with announcements, I will bore myself. And if I'm boring myself, I can't imagine what it's like to be watching. So, okay, I've got a game for y'all. All right, are you ready? Thank you, Ryan, for my congratulations. I appreciate that. Yes, Whitworth is good. It's hard to see the live stream comments, so. Oh, no sound? Oh no, you can hear me. Wow, I feel like an old person, like reading the text and trying to respond. Anyways, okay. Are you ready for this game? I am gonna actually need the live chat for this game. So when you know the answer, put it in, but don't press enter until I tell you. This is gonna be a question of how well you know your memes. So don't forget all your important cultural knowledge that you have stored up here. Okay. So what meme? Who is in the meme with two people pointing at each other that are the same person? Okay, so write it. Get a second, and then okay, press enter. Let's see. Let's see who gets it. If you don't know, just take a guess. Do your best. You know, we can't all be on the interwebs all the time. Only a select few can know the all the memes. Ooh, Ilona coming in with the first one. Thanks, Ryan. Wow, Daly and Ryan were playing the same move with different people. Okay, that was good. That was good. That was level one. All right, I've got a couple more level one memes. These are basically like warm up memes. Anyone should know these. All right, here's the second one. It ain't much, but it's blank work. All right, what's the word that belongs there? I'll give you a hint. The picture is of an old farmer man. Uh, it ain't much, but it's blank work. So fill in the blank, write it out, and press enter. It's a little delay, so I have to just wait for the. Ryan, just want to let you know that Reese is on the mom's computer. It's an important. Oh, on Dave Wilson. Wow, first one. Jonathan Grady coming in. Wow, you guys are really on it. It's funny to watch it coming in like a flood. Okay, you guys are doing good. You're doing good. You ready for? I think you're ready for the last one, level one. You're ready for some harder ones. So I'll only hit you with one more level one meme. Okay, this one's a little older. Outstanding blank. Uh, the picture of is a guy. He's got a chessboard. He's bald. Uh, so write it out and then press enter. Outstanding blank. While I'm waiting for you to put it in, I saw a quail today. You can see it on my Instagram story, Eric._Anderson. It was bizarre. It's huge and super colorful, and they're just walking around. It was it was a little bit like seeing a zoo animal. Oh, look at you. Okay, let's see. We're getting answers. We got Jonathan and Caitlin. Oh, these are good. Outstanding, Ryan Palmer. Very good. I love all the leaders. Really, they're doing their best. We gotta appreciate adult leaders. A useful tool. Knowyourmeme.com. It's pretty dicey, but it does have a lot of information about memes. Okay, here's level two. This is gonna get harder, so you gotta like really, really dig deep for these ones. Probably not actually, but they're a little harder. Okay, ramen. What can ramen repair? Ramen can repair your blank. I'm looking for the original. If you know the original source of the ramen meme, that's even better. Uh, but if you can name the thing that ramen is used to repair, go ahead and write that out, and then press enter. Trying to think of more things. I didn't anticipate having to give you time to type. Probably would have been a good thing to plan. Dicey like tomatoes. Oh wow, I'm really impressed. You guys got this. Sink. It is the sink. Digestive trouble. I think I really encourage any of the dads who are leaders, and like really into home improvement. Any of the Millers, honestly, you should go look up ramen repairing a sink because they really do just use ramen to repair a sink. And if you can do that with a house, I think it'll definitely pass inspection. Okay, who is in the video, or it's a meme, but it's from a video that's in. I am once again asking for your support. So who is that? Okay, so write that out. Who is the figure that says I am once again asking for your support, and then press enter. Also, if you guys have ideas for things you want to do, games, uh, Greta, that's good. If you have ideas for games and things you want to do uh, during this difficult time, please let me know. Go ahead and DM the Chapel Hill students uh, account, and I'd be so happy to see those. Bernie Sanders, you guys are right. Bernie Sanders is once again asking for our support. When I was in high school and I was young and impressionable, I gave $3 to Bernie Sanders. Uh, if you ask me why, it's just mostly because I could. I don't think I could vote yet at that point. Didn't really understand policy, but something possessed me to do that. Okay, these I'm gonna give you. We just have two left, and they're pretty hard. I'm actually gonna be pretty. I'm gonna be pretty impressed. Oh, thank you, Caitlin. Yes, that's true. It is. I'm once again asking for your financial support. Uh, oh, you guys are giving good ideas. I like it. Okay, I've got two more for you. This one's pretty obscure, but how much salami can cats have? Or you may also know, can cats have salami? So write out how much salami cats can have. I know this one. This is a lot of the students probably. I'm gonna guess won't know this. So write that out. Hit enter if you know it. Do your best. If not, Dave Wilson. Also, Reese, yes, I am still jamming on the drums, but I've been playing a lot of guitar since I went to college because it's a lot easier to pull out a guitar than it is to pull out an entire drum set. I found that I didn't have a good excuse to, bring a U-Haul with me to every get together. But wow, Maddie Graves knew the answer. I'm so impressed. Cats can have a little salami. If you use YouTube, I'm a little bit disappointed, but if you genuinely knew that, that is, you are already well on the way to being my favorite students. Not that they're our favorite students, but if there were, hypothetically, you'd be well on the way. Googleplex. That's a real number. Is that like 100 zeros, Ryan? Some, a little zeros. Googleplex can have a little zeros. Okay, here's the last one. All right, this one I actually think is pretty hard. 30 to 50 feral blank. Right. So this is from Twitter originally, but it's all over Instagram and other platforms. 30 to 50 feral blank. What are there potentially 30 to 50 feral of? I guess it's an animal. So write it, press enter. I'll be really excited if people get this one. Though honestly, I was surprised that you got the cat one. That's pretty impressive. That's a lot of cats. Oh, it is hogs. Yes, you knew. Oh, it is. It is 30 to 50 feral hogs. This is gonna be such a good summer. Middle school students. Oh, that's good. That's good. Hey, thanks for playing. I guess you could call this Know Your Meme trivia. As you can tell, obviously I enjoy meme culture quite a bit. That's one of my main ways of connecting to larger culture, because other than that, I pretty much read my philosophy and theology books. So now you know my secret. That's how I know what's going on in the world. That and my Alexa tells me the NPR news. So that's how I stay connected to anything. Let's talk for a second about some of the announcements, and then I have one more kind of absurd trivia game that we'll play at the end. So, announcements for the summer. Here's where I'm at. I have 2 weeks left of school. So after that, I'll be having a little bit more time to do high school things. But like I said, I'm started May 1st. I guess I said that to people who were in the parking lot illegally at Chapel Hill. If you weren't in the parking lot illegally at Chapel Hill, I started May 1st. So I am on and I am happy to do things, but I'm like really ramping up towards being able to do this full time in a couple weeks. But there are a couple ideas that I have that I want to float out there, see what you guys are thinking, and slash also kind of announce them ahead of time. And if they get bad feedback, I'll just be like, no, it's just floating an idea out there. So here's some of the ideas. You guys know what DMing someone is. That's like good and stuff. Oh, I lost my whiteboard. That's bummer. So you've got HSM, right? Observe. Please see the chart. That should be the right way around for you. I don't know. It's backwards for me. Now get ready for HSDM. Now it doesn't make sense when you try to use it as an acronym, but it does make sense if you think about HSM and also DM, because what I want to offer you is that during this troubling time, as every car commercial is happy to remind us of, I want to actually take your messages to one another, and I want to get on a unicycle, and I want to ride in front of someone's house shouting out those messages. So if it's like, hey, you look great in those shoes, or if it's happy birthday, or like do your homework or something like that, I would be happy to carry that. So I won't do it for necessarily every single request, because I have a feeling that I'd be riding the unicycle way more than any person with self-respect should. But I am happy to do it a little bit, because Eric can have a little unicycle. So that's one idea that we have that I'm really hoping to be able to put into practice, because I think that would be super fun. I know we've also talked a little bit about Squad Quest. I've talked to some of you about that. And one idea we had was doing like a small version of Squad Quest. We'll still do the full version in the summer, because that'll be fun. It'll be a week and it'll be crazy. But we'll do a smaller team version, especially as social distancing continues. Because during then we'll be able to do like basically small challenges that won't involve you actually meeting as a team, but we could still have prizes and I could deliver them to you or have them sent to your house. And so I'm thinking we'll do teams of 4, and especially now that my hours have actually started, I'll probably throw up a signups link sometime in the next week or so we can start getting the ball rolling on that. It'll be fun. I know some of you, like Emmy, are just like waiting for something to compete in. So I will be very happy to provide that. My heart, I love like making fun and crazy things like that. So that'll be a lot of fun. Um, Also, I'm not going to give you a ton of details about this because it's still sort of in the works. But one idea we had was to move towards putting more information out in kind of a more podcast style, so that our weekly messages, as well as just some extra potentially theology or biblical content, could be put out through the week, and you could listen to them whenever you want, and then you would discuss it at small group. I know that for some people, especially like me, and my friends in college, we're feeling pretty zoomed out. Like we are tired of meeting at special times on Zoom, and it's like kind of wearing on us, which is weird, right? Because we're not. It's not the same as being busy during a sort of normal time. It's draining in a really different way. So one way that we're exploring, and again, I would love your feedback, would be to move to a more decentralized model where we would still meet on Sunday nights to do things like this and have games and like fun fellowship time together, but that a lot of the actual sort of like teaching would happen through the week. So that's not set in stone. We're still working with leaders to hear what they want to do and put everything together. But that's some of the thoughts. So if you have strong feelings about that, please, again, feel free to DM our account, Chapel Hill Students, and let me know, because we want to do things that are going to actually work for you. Other announcements. There's going to be no HSM next week. So put a little crying emoji, not the crying laughing emoji, just a crying emoji in the chat, because we won't have HSM. But then put a smiling emoji because it's for Mother's Day. So make sure that you spend that time making your mom know how much you love her and appreciating her. We are also, though, going to do Student Leadership Takeover. So Student Leadership Takeover is going ahead. That'll be May 17th, 24th, and 31st. So we'll be coordinating with the student leadership team and figuring out what they want to do, whether you guys want to try to do YouTube broadcasts like this, although I spent a good 4 to 5 hours today trying to figure out how to do it. So maybe we'd need to talk about that. Or whether you want to do Instagram Live, we're open to doing what you want to do for the next 3 weeks of HSM. So we'll talk about that. I'm excited for that. Also, I will tell you a little bit about the sermon series that we're going to be doing at least over the summer. I don't know. My summer starts again in 2 weeks, so I think of summer as probably much sooner than you do. But we're going to talk about becoming who you are. So one of my main focuses in my studies is actually Christian ethics. So I'm hoping that one of the things that we can do together in my time with you is that we can actually talk about what it means to live as a Christ-like Christian, which all messages ideally do, but maybe from a little bit more systematic approach. Think about like the kind of people that we want to be. So that's something I'm really excited for this summer, and I hope that we can talk about that more. Though HSM Student Takeover will have lots of freedom. Okay, those are all the announcements. Go ahead and put any questions you have or comments in the chat, and I'm going to pull up my absurd trivia, and I think you guys are going to like this. For a theology major, Eric seems culturally connected. I would say I'm a pretty atypical theology major. Most of them do not like memes nearly as much as I do, but I love them anyways. Okay. Are you ready? You can't really, I mean, you could put it in the chat, I guess. But here's what it's going to be. I'm going to read you multiple choice questions. You are going to comment what you think the answer is, and then I'll tell you. It's pretty easy. Okay. Here's question 1. What is apoptosis? Is it A, when a cell dies, B, when your brain slows down, or C, when bright light makes you sneeze? Which, by the way, is a real thing. A lot of people, I think, don't realize that. I'm one of those people. Bright light makes me sneeze. So when I walk into the sun during coronavirus, everyone's like, he's he's sick. I'm like, no, I swear, I'm always this way. I swear. Okay, here's the questions again. Here's the answers again, or the options. So what is apoptosis? A, when a cell dies. B, when your brain slows down. Or C, when bright light makes you sneeze. Oh, the Millers are strongly holding down C for us. Everyone else apparently went to biology class. Yes, apoptosis is when a cell dies. Uh, okay, here's the second question. Ready? Humans are the only species to do what? A, become jealous. B, have tonsils. Or C, experience disgust. Yeah, that's kind of a cool question, huh? Someone really interesting wrote it. Humans are the only species to do what? A, become jealous. B, have tonsils. Or C, experience disgust. We're feeling a lot of A. Interesting. Daly's holding down the fort with C. Johnny Grady jumping in on C. Okay, the answer is C. Actually, we are the only humans are the only animals or species that experience disgust. I know that because I listened to a This American Life episode about it. So that's science right there. That is absolutely science. Okay, which of these animals can be used to detect bombs? A, aardvarks. B, bees. Or C, chinchillas. Which of these species can be used to detect bombs? A, aardvarks. B, bees. Or C, chinchillas. While I'm waiting for you guys to put your answer in, if you play Apex or Fortnite on Xbox, I guess Fortnite is cross-platform, or Minecraft, I would love to relationally connect with you while also getting to play video games. So feel free to DM the account or DM me directly your gamer tag on Xbox Live, and I'd be so excited to play. That'd be very fun. Wow, I don't know what it is about youth pastors. Ryan Palmer just cannot give us a straight answer. I don't know. Maybe we need to roast him. We'll come up with something. Jason says C. Emmy says B. Greta Miller, I vote A, and Jason votes C. Good, good. Uh, I have to tell you guys, it's actually B. Bees. Bees can detect bombs. This is because their name starts with a B, and bombs also starts with B. That's that's not true at all. No, but they actually can. They can be trained to. I don't know if they smell it or it has to do with how they taste and like find pollen. But they can be trained to react a certain way when they are near explosive devices. So isn't that cool? That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm just gonna do two more. This is this is a really I'm very proud of this. I don't think anyone else in the world has the answer to this question. How many pencils does the average adult male elephant weigh? And for those of you who ask, this is an African elephant. How many pencils does the average adult male elephant weigh? Okay, here are your choices. A, A. Should do. Isn't this sign language? This or something? This A. A, 407,000. B, 780,000. Or C, 964,417. So I'll read that again. A, 407,000. B, 78,000. Or C, 417,000. So go ahead and put that in the chat. Ryan, I love jazz. I almost put that as a meme for the for the meme trivia. Oh, it is a number two. Pensile. Thank you, Ryan. That is a good point. These aren't mechanical. Also, Benicio, it's first time you've seen your name. Welcome. Good to see you. The answer is B. 780,000 pencils. As you can tell, I'm not a math major, stumbling over reading basic numbers. Okay, here's the last one. This one's very important. This one this one is probably more important than any other question I've asked tonight in either game. How many times has Ryan Palmer been bitten by a penguin? Once, twice, or four times? How many times has Ryan Palmer been bitten by a penguin? Once, A, B, twice, or C, four times? You can put the number, you can put the letter, you can say thrice. It's up to you. Jason Kaboom really lowballing Ryan's intelligence, right? Like after so many times, you really gotta be aware of those things. You gotta know how to avoid getting bit. Mason, oh, that's good. Yes, I think the best answer is Dave Wilson's. It is two that he knows of. I guess it's very possible that Ryan could have been bitten by penguins more times and just wasn't aware of it. Okay, well, hey, thanks for joining me tonight. Thanks for putting up with our technical difficulties and me live streaming like a boomer at the beginning there. I'll get better at this, and hopefully we can develop some healthy rhythms for this summer and for the rest, however long social distancing and quarantine is with us. It's our desire as a department to give you students everything that you need to succeed, both in your faith and also emotionally during this time, because this is a difficult time. Uh, like I said, as every car commercial tells us, but it's hard to be, trying to figure out all those things in life that you're doing in high school when you can't even see your friends and are in many ways disconnected from your support network. So we want to be a strong community, and we as leaders want to be here for you. So thanks for joining us on this live stream. If I can figure it out, I will end it. Uh, oh, there we go. Figured it out. All right. I'll see you guys later.